Right triangles and Pythagorean
Right triangles and we're going to learn about what a right triangle is. A triangle with an angle that measures 90 degrees is considered a right triangle. Learning more about right triangles, there's 4 things. Number 1, these triangles have 2 sides that form a 90-degree angle, also known as a right angle. Number 2, the 2 sides that form the right angle are known as the legs. Number 3, the side across from the right angle is known as the hypotenuse. And lastly, number 4, the hypotenuse is the longest side of a right triangle. Learning more about Pythagorean theorem, we're going to start with a quick definition. This is a theorem that has been attributed to Pythagoras that specifically states the square of the hypotenuse of a right triangle is equal to the sum of the squares of the other 2 sides of that specific given triangle. Pythagorean theorem in depth is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Let's learn more. Number 1, this theorem can only be applied to right triangles. Number 2, 2 sides of a right triangle must be known and or given in order to use this theorem. Number 3, your A and B terms are the legs of the right triangle, also known as the 2 sides that form the right angle. Number 4, your C term is the hypotenuse of the right triangle, which is also known as the side across from that right angle. The steps, number 1 and 2 are identification, number 3 is substitution, number 4 is simplifying, and number 5 is going to be solving. Let's practice, guys. There's going to be 2 problems given. One we're going to do together, one you're going to do on your own. So we're finding the missing side given 3, question mark, and 5. And let's dive right into those steps. Number 1, we're going to identify the triangle. This is a right triangle. Number 2, identifying the parts. The legs are 3 and question mark, and the hypotenuse is 5. Substituting those given values for a, b, and c into the formula a squared plus b squared equals c squared gives us 3 squared plus b squared equals 5 squared. Simplifying that, we're left with 9 plus b squared equals 25. Solving it, we're going to subtract 9 from both sides. We're left with b squared equals 16. Taking the square root of both sides, we get 4 is the square root of 16. So our final answer is a equals 3, b equals 4, and c equals 5. This is your own. Please remember to work through this following those 5 steps you just learned previously a couple slides ago. Go back and check your work, and the final answers will be provided on the last slide. All right, guys, great job today. Let's be sure to check your final answers. 1, 2, and 3. It's popping up here. 16, 8, and the square root of 320.